plenty of room to go. Maximum of 6 points from 2 rides. Riding in blue, Ivor Matthews and Tony Miles. Disappointing start. They've got 3 points from 2 rides. They know they've got to pull it out of the bag this time. Riding in green, Rob Wilson and Ian Wales sitting a long way back on 2 points, not scoring at all in that first ride, you remember, so they've got it all to do. Riding in yellow on 3 points, that's John Hiscock and Nick Walters. So an incredible start to the third ride. Heat 11 comes to the line. I totally agree with you, Jenny. A very good time, a very quick time indeed. Still that 63.76 for Andrew Cleave and Dave Power. They really do look as if they love this circuit. And I think we can continue to see tonight big things from them. But as we look at the lineup for Heat 12, we're looking for the riders in red to be John Halsey and Jason Glennie. Riding in blue, Duncan Tolhurst and Nicky Owen. You remember, had a win in their second ride. Riding in green, Mick Cave and Mick Stace. And riding in yellow for Whitelum and Mark Whitelum. get away from the rest of the competitors. Didn't have it all his own way. Maximum points to the crew of John Halsey and Jason Glenn.
The race, number 3, adding 3 points to John Halsey and Jason Glennie. 2 points goes to the green caps of Mick Cave and Nick State, and 1 point to the blue Dr. Colhurst and Nick Yowen. No points go to the yellows of Paul Whiteman and Mark Whiteman, and I will tell you the time for that race: 64.62, and the riders are on 2 minutes.
And I've been told from the pits that we will be pushing them out a little bit quicker now because we had lots of time a little bit earlier on. So let's give you the riders then. In heat 13, we've got going in red. Gentlemen I was just speaking to a moment ago, Russell Mitchell and Justin Winchester. Riding in blue, Matt Pomerola and Andy Wilson. Riding in green, Craig Cheatham and Kevin Williams. They've completed the lineup. In yellow, we've got Roger Wendt and Richard Masterson. Well, I'm sure the mechanics are going to be working on that machine when they get back in the pits. Roger not happy with that at all by the look of it. So let's give it down the riders going in heat 14. We start with the rider in red. That's going to be a rider replacement, I assume, because Paul Bickley, Paul Silvera are not with us anymore. And in fact, I can see Gary Radley on the far side. So riding in red will be Gary Radley and Roy Bloor. Riding in blue, we've got Richard Moore and Rob Winspear. Riding in green, Darrin Treloar and Justin Playstead. Riding in yellow, Simon Wall and Kevin Jones.
Less than a minute to go now, less than a minute to go for the riders, please.
Well, I'm just wondering, Jenny, is it going to be less than a minute for Darrin Treloar to complete 4 laps?
He's good, isn't he?
Good? This is fantastic racing. Forget these 500cc solo machines. This is what it's all about.
They got 3 wheels.
Problems for Darrin Treloar and just replaced it. It absolutely dumped itself off the line. Quickly we've got a lead with Simon Wall and Kevin Jones, but all eyes I'm sure on the machinery of Darrin Treloar and just replaced it. Not happy with that at all. They could not get it restarted. Thank you very much indeed. He had all sorts of mechanical disasters in round one. Got things a lot better together at round two. This, I'm sure, will please Sullivan a lot to get a good ride like this. One more than and Ripping Moore and Rob Winspear can do nothing about it. But all the disappointment I'm sure is going to be with Darrin Treloar at the moment. I'm going to go over and find out what's happened to that machine from the mechanic.
So then the scores for that round for race number 14. 3 points goes to the yellow caps of Simon Wall and Kevin Jones. So 3 points to the yellow. 2 to the blues of Richard Moore and Rob Winspear. 1 point to the red of, to the third race of Gary Bradley, Ray Rowan, and 1 point to the Darrin Treloar, just winning time for that 65.76.
Well, I'm sure like me, you're looking at your points tallies now and thinking this really is getting interesting. Is just missing one ride going to be enough to put you out of that final? There's a lot of riders be thinking if I get 2 good scores now, I'm right back in it. Because looking at the lineup for Heat 15, the last of the third leg ride, we see in red Gary Jackson and Carl Pugh. We see in blue Peter Lloyd and Terry Badley. In green, Matthew Hill and George. And the winning time for that race is 65.48. 65.48. We should take a short break now
Just let the riders have a bit of a rest. Let yourselves grab maybe another beer or chips. Well, you have to be quick because it's only a short break, apparently.
Quick work with the other big Australian crew that we've seen going well so far. Andrew Cleave, great to see you out here again, and I've got to say this track looks to suit you tonight.
Yeah, thanks Jim. Yeah, it's a great track, plenty of moisture in there, very fast. We've got our bike captain now, we've had a bit of luck bad luck over the couple of meetings, but hopefully we can carry it on tonight and maybe take out a final.
Well, I certainly hope so, and what I've seen of here, I mean, we've heard from Justin, who crashed you with Russell earlier on tonight. He said that, you know, some of the circuits you ride over in Oz are a lot bigger than this. But I seem to be getting a bit of conflict because, you know, we hear about the dirt, we hear about the small tracks, the big tracks, but really, you guys look to go on this sort of circuit.
Yeah, well, our home track's a 300-metre track, so yeah, it suits us down to the ground. But we do race on tracks that are actually a mile around, reach speed at 240 k's an hour. So yeah, we get a fair array. We like moisture in the track like this is tonight to make for faster racing and no dust. So, but we've noticed that there seems to be slicker over here with a lot more dust. But tonight is a really great track, and Kings Lynn was the same the other week. And I think the track record's fallen at both venues, so that points in the direction of good tracks.
Well, it certainly does, and it points in the direction of why you are Australian champions. So I'll bring her in for a moment because, you know, a track like this, which I feel has got a few extra bends in it, it is a good passengers track, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Jim. It seems pretty good for a passenger. It's, once you get set up and, you know, you get in the groove, you can stay there. And, you know, if you probably take notice, a lot of the passengers don't have to get up around this track because you're nearly turning all the time. So it's just a delight to ride here tonight. As Andrew said, it's nearly exactly the same as what our home track is at home, and where we did win the Australian title this year at Mildura, which is now home track, but it's still equivalent to this. So yeah, we're enjoying it. You know, the bike seems to be handling good and going well tonight. So I just hope we can mix it in the final.
Well, mix it indeed. I think that there's a lot out there that are probably thinking the same as me. Those odds are surely dropping all the time on you tonight.
Yeah, well, we've stooged them the last couple of weeks, but we couldn't get them up far enough. But anyway, only joking. Must be this Red Bull between us. I think it's about my 4th can, so yeah, it must be doing the trick.
Well, there you go, girls. If you can hear that, Red Bull's doing the trick tonight. Thanks a lot, guys. Great to see you, and I'm sure we'll be speaking to you later. Cheers.
Two minutes then, 2 minutes for the riders.
We start with the rider in red, and that is Matt Terrell and Sean Yates. Riding in blue, Roger Wynn and Richard Masterton. Riding in green, Richard Moore and Rob Winspear. And in yellow, I'm sure a rider that is hoping to get through to that A final, John Halsey and Jason Lenny.
So that's the greens of Roger Wynn and Rich Masterton being replaced by the reserves of Gary Bradley and Roy Blower.
hear it coming round. It doesn't sound smooth at all. You're working that front very inside. You certainly must be feeling that there's something wrong with it. It doesn't sound as it did earlier on. Richard Moore and Rob Winspear will be a good ride up in that second place. And well, as worried as I was, it does mean the chance is going to really get there.
So the results then, yellow with 3 points, 3 points to the yellows of John Halsey and Jason Glennie. A big round of applause for them, please. That was a big round of applause, please. Thank you, that's better. Green coming in second. The green of Richard Moore and Rob Winspear. Sorry about the mistake before we went ahead. The information given by the pits. So that was the green with 2 points and 1 point for the red of Matthew, Tyrrell and Sean Yates. No points for the blues with 1 substitute passage of Gary Radley and Roy Blowen.
So the riders are out on our circuit already for race 17. We're giving the riders in red. They are Rob Wilson and Ian Whale. Riding in blue, we've got the outfit of Simon Ward and Kevin Jones. Riding in green, Peter Lloyd and Terry Madley. And riding in yellow, Russell Mitchell and Justin Winchester. This one, to me, is one of the most interesting heats of this last collection of 5. Because we know that Justin and Russell have been going well. They're on 9 points. They could guarantee a place in the final with a win here. And Simon Ward could also get in there with a good run. Well, it's all starting to happen in this one. Simon getting it past 360 in that top end. But it was Rob Wilson back to his old self that was leading earlier on. And then Russell Mitchell still got him. Rob's not giving up. He's proving that he's still in there with a shout in this year's series. And Russell Mitchell does look to be enjoying this circuit. I'm going to say all 3 of them going through. Do look as if they're very, very quick around this Somerset circuit. We can do nothing about getting back to Russell at the moment. Simon and Steve has got going, but I think they've blown his chances for glory tonight. They come round to the second panning, it's going to be back to the point again. So Russell Mitchell and Justin Winchester.
Justin Winchester. 2 points are going to the red of Rob Wilson and Ian Whale. 1 point to the green of Peter Lloyd and Terry Mason. No points to the blue of Simon Ward and Kevin Jones. And the time of 65.23. 65.23 the winning time, and just to let you know, the winning time for the previous race was 65.59. Just to let you know, for the next race, there is another substitution in yellow. You'll find a substitution of number 22, which will be Rob King and James Benfield. So Rob King and James Benfield are the yellow cats in number 22. If you could welcome them to a track with a loud round of applause, showing what Somerset can do for them, please.
Yes, indeed, Jenny, and I hope that Rob's going to prove that he should be in this lineup for the final, because they're already to the line. They've got in red, Big Dave and Mixley, in blue, Jake Morgan, in green. green, Ivor Matthews and Tony Ivor Matthews knows he needs to win in this one. He'll be looking to go all the way, but he was caught in that first bend nonsense, and now he's won his way through. Big Cleave trying to fight back. Joe Malton on a bit of a with them. But Ivor Matthews knows that he has to get 3 points in this one, and he's been made to work for it. He's fought his way through, got himself to the front, now we've got one more. See if he can get quicker lines round these men. The Australian does really depend on what happens in the next few heats, whether he makes it to the final or not. But he can do no more
So how's the point score from that then? 3 points go to the of the Ivor Matthews and Tony Miles. The green, 2 to the red pair of Nick Cave and Nick Stace, and 1 point to the blues of Joe Moss and Joe Smith. No points going to the yellows, the replacement pairing of Rob King and James Burnfield. Winning time for that, 66.06.
Good up, Moggy! Go!
Well, as we transfer all the points over to the totals, it does start to get very interesting. Depending what happens in this heat, I think we've got a lot of pressure on that last heat. But more on that in a minute, because let's introduce the riders to you for race 19 in your programme. Riding in red, Great Tudor and Kevin Williams. Riding in blue, John Hiscock and Nick Walters. Riding in green, Duncan Tolhurst and Nicky Owen. And riding in yellow, that is the outfit of Gary Jensen and Halsey.
Just to bring your attention, no riders in red, I'm afraid. This is 3 stripes, no riders in red.
Watching from the pits, because by my arithmetic, I worked out that Duncan really needs to win this one, and he's winning for it. Well, you see the outfit of John Hiscock and Nick Walters not happy about that at all. But I was working it out on the points that Duncan Tolhurst really did need to get maximum 3 points here. On 5 points as well, he's going to number 3 points, but he's just Darrin Treloar and Justin Playstead. And I feel that they've got to win. Anything but a win will not see them in the final. Now I could be wrong, because depending on how the others finish, it could affect that. Riding in blue for Whitelock and Mark Whitelock. Riding in green, Matt from Marola and Andy Wilson. And riding in yellow, Andrew Cleave and Dave Power. Now looking at the points they've scored, we know that we've got Russell Mitchell on 12, we've got John Halsey on 11. Next down the line is 9 points. We know that Andrew Cleave and Dave Power have already got 9. Matt from Roller and Andy Wilson on 7. So thinking about it, obviously if they get the win, they're on 10 points. Cleavey could get second, third. Oh well, perhaps we won't worry about it. Let's get on and enjoy the race.
Ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know that lager is now working, so if you did want to get yourself a lager at the bar, it is now back online and working, so you can make your way there after this racing. Riders of Darrin Treloar and Justin Playstead excluded them.
Because listening to what Andrew Cleave was saying, he doesn't feel that he will be able to go in a restart. Now he's on 9 points at the moment. They were talking to him saying that basically if he just followed them round and might pick up the 1 point, which would be enough. But he doesn't really feel fit enough or feel the bike's in a good enough condition to ride, and indeed may not even be going in that final at all. He's still shaking his head. Obviously you can see exactly what's going on in front of me. Darrin Treloar is talking to the referee. A lot is on this competition. A lot on it. We've seen some spectacular racing tonight. And I just wonder how many crews in the pits have now realised that there are now positions available for them. Duncan told us, sitting on 9 points. Must be, I would imagine, doing his arithmetic. Depending on what the outcome is between the conversation of Darrin Treloar and the referee, he will finish tonight on 6 points. Won't be enough to get into the final.
So Blue awarded 3 points, and we'll just try and find out the situation of the riders. Blue awarded 3 points.
Yeah? Yes, guys. You want to try and find my wife here because we see myself. There she is. Can't get over there.
The next to Ivor Matthews.
I know.
Let's that straight for Sundays.
This is where we're going to get fresh soon. Anchor, but we think too major, I don't think.
The pressures of racing, eh? The pressures. Thanks, Matt. It should be finished by now. And obviously we've got the riders out as quick as we can. That's why we've jumped into the A final, because we want to see a result from this round 3. Now, I think also we realised that we've got 3 riders only, because Andrew Cleave did qualify on 9 points as being the 4th place qualifier. So he would have been going out in this final. But as you quite rightly say, 3 riders only. Andrew had made it quite clear to me when he was walking back to the pits that he wouldn't be coming out again. I did quickly say, what about Tuesday night? And he said, well, let's see what the lovely sunshine in this country does for me. We'll try and get there for Tuesday night, Jim. So fingers crossed for that one. It does mean that he's picked up points for 4th place tonight, which looking down the points tally is 18 Sidecar Super Cup points to be added to the points he scored already. But this one certainly has turned out to be a very interesting one, because we've got a great final in prospect. John Halsey must know that if he wins this final, he will move on to 60 points, and the closest to him, by my reckoning, even with Russell perhaps behind him on 22, he'll move on to 40 points. So really the closest to him will still be Darrin Treloar on 47. Absolutely fascinating. It really means that John Halsey and Jason Glennie could basically ride a very safe final and allow Russell Mitchell to pick up maximum points. But I know John, I know he's a racer, and I know with your support we could perhaps see, against all the odds, we thought tonight was going to be a clean sweep for the Australian crews. Everything has gone against them. We still have got an Australian crew in the final, but up against him, he's got 2 very, very fast crews. Duncan Thomas and Nicky Owen, John Halsey and Jason Glennie. Come on, let's get behind them. It promises to be a cracking final. Come on, go! What has been happening tonight. Gate 1 has proved to be a very, very successful gate, and John Halsey has used it to the maximum. He's got away with it. He will try and get back at Russell Mitchell again to hold him up. We can see he's running by again. Russell Mitchell fighting his way through. But a tremendous ride from the Brits at the moment as John Halsey and Jason Glennie have got away. Duncan Thomas has gone back in the second. Russell Mitchell and Nicky Owen. As they go into that top turn, this will be exactly what John Halsey and Jason Glennie would have wanted. Maximum points here in round 3. They've been on the roster in round 2 in third place. They wanted to get maximum points tonight. It did look at one time as if it was going to be an Australian clean sweep, but now we've got set up for that final on Tuesday night. A tremendous lineup, because they come across the line. Let's hear it for they take round 3 here at Somerset. Come on, let's keep it going, because this was a fantastic win against all the odds for John Halsey and Jason Glennie.
So that's result for you then, red, green, blue, and I can tell you the winning time, 65.41. So winning time is 65.41, and our congratulations to the winning the number 13, John Halsey and Jason Glennie, and I hope you had a fantastic night. I know I certainly did. Enjoying my first ever Bike Broker World Sidecar Super Cup. It was fantastic.
Presentations quickly then, because picking up third place tonight, great to see them on the washroom. It is the experience of Russell Mitchell and passenger Justin Winchester. Make way there, mate. Yeah, sorry.
No worries. Well done.
Cheers.
Well, as they pick up the laurels, they're making their way up
onto the podium in third place. Now, of course, this was round 3 of the Bike Broker sponsored World Sidecar Super Cup. And of course, in second place, I'm sure we're going to see some smiles here from driver Duncan Tollister and passenger Nicky Owen. And indeed, as they make their way to the rostrum, of course, the most pleased people here tonight, as I'm sure they sat in the pits thinking much the same as I was. This looked like being an Australian speed sweep. But in the end, they done it. They got to the final, they won the final. It's John Halsey and Jason Glennie. And now as the photographs are being taken, you'll see exactly the reason why they're smiling. Every single round of this Super Cup carries a cheque for £1,000. So John Halsey and Jason Glennie, whatever the problems are with that machinery, I'm sure they'll got the money to sort things out for Tuesday night. They sit in a very commanding position overall. By my arithmetic, they've now moved on to, let's have a quick look. We've got 38 points, that's 63 points. So 63 points they've got. The closest to them, I still believe, is Darrin Treloar on 47. So a tremendous ride racing. Sorry I can't get the mic over there now, it's been well enough. Let's have one more big round of applause for all 3 of our winners tonight. In third we had Justin Mitchell and Russell Mitchell and Justin Winchester. We had in second Duncan Tollister and Nicky Owen. But our overall victors tonight as they make their way up from the rostrum, John Halsey and Jason Glennie.
Brilliant stuff.
Well done, lads.
Well done, boys. Stay there, stay there, stay there, stay there. Stay there.
These video people take a long time to do. That's it.
Cheers, thank you very much.
Well, guys.
All right, Bob. Cheers, mate.
But we do race on tracks that are actually a mile around.
years down the track, so I can't get over there.
And as you can see exactly what has been happening tonight, gate 1 has proved to be a very, very successful gate, and John Halsey has used it to the maximum. We're trying to get back to Russell Bishop again to hold him up. Now we've got set up for that final on Tuesday night. A tremendous lineup because they come across the line. Let's hear it.